Some beautiful camps along this road. That is a nice looking camp right there. We get some easy walking right now and downhill on this gravel road. Don't have too bad of a hike today. Should be, well, we just had to do a detour. There was a kind of a side trail, pretty long one too, because there's a beaver dam that flooded the road about knee deep for about 100 feet. So the sign suggested you go around it, so added a little bit to the trip. I think we're gonna be between, I think, 12, 13 miles, somewhere in there, and all is said and done, so not that bad at all today. So hopefully we got a nice shelter to spend the night in. If not, we'll be pitching behind it or something. But you can feel something starting to build a little bit. So we're hoping we beat the rain. Today's gonna be a hot and steamy day to be wearing a poncho. But it may happen. Oh, we're walking along this, it's biting me. Walking along this dirt road for a while. Bugs are pretty bad along it. But got some gummy bear action going on here. Love gummy bears. Quick little pick-me-up. I may have had a small packet a day. Treat myself to. When I'm hiking anyways. But yep, we're gonna be heading into town here for a little bit. Just the trail going through. Not we're stopping, but we're gonna be going through a town. And we actually may stop at a little convenience store. I'm kind of having a hankering for a Moxie. If you're from the East Coast, you might know what that is, or especially New England. It's an old time soda. Moxie. I'm wondering whether they have Moxie at that store.
That was invented in Lowell?
Yeah, I think so. Yep. That would be nice, cold Moxie. But keep on checking. Well, you can only pass through here if your name's Ed. Well, we're back on pavement for a little while. Definitely a little warmer, a little harder on the feet, but we're making some good miles today. We're not killing it like we were yesterday, but not too bad. I think last time I checked, like averaging 2.7. Yesterday was 3 miles an hour, so a little bit slower. But we also don't have as many miles as we need to cover, so we don't really have to push as hard. But it is sure is warm on this pavement here. Looking forward to heading up into the village here. Maybe cool off for a bit and continue on our way. There's the next little hill we're heading up, and then down over into town. Alright, we just looked at a map. Pretty sure that little mountain out back there is our next destination. Gotta head over that thing. Alrighty, so we just stopped at this shelter here, and we just sat down for a quick second. I'm hearing rumbles of thunder, so we need to get moving because we have one mountain we got to get over, and there's a bald peak, so we may get to the top and then need to may get to the top and then need to set up a little temporary camp. Just throw up the tarp until it passes and we can pass over safely without getting struck by lightning, or maybe we'll have time, but time will tell. There's a little general store. Hopefully that's open. We're thinking of just grabbing a soda and a bag of chips, and then we'll be on our way. We were gonna hang out a little bit longer here, but with that chasing us, we're gonna have to get going. So that's what we're doing. All right, well, coming up on the store, we got this thunderstorm chasing us in the back here. Hearing rumblings. So I'm just gonna grab some soda real quick, some chips, and head on down. I haven't been drinking soda, but I'm treating myself today. Yeah, definitely starting to roll in here. Wind's kicking up. Probably gonna get wet. Alrighty, well, we made it back to the shelter here. It just started coming down. Just lightning. I was trying to film a little bit, dropped the camera real quick and grabbed it. Camera's soaked, but yeah, we're gonna wait this one out in here. Try to keep things semi-dry. I got soaked from about here down. Felt a little come into my shoes, but we're only in it for 3 minutes. Oh man. Said possible hail too. Good times. I think my Moxie's shaking up a bit. We were like sprinting down here. Be careful opening up that Moxie. Oh, I'm not gonna touch it good. Oh, Moxie! Moxie in the rain. Oh, there's some lightning. I thought you opened the door for it. It's like, you're not gonna make it. Yeah. I thought we were going to the next shelter. It's like, yeah, we're contemplating backtracking to go to the one right before here. Yeah. At least till it passes.
Doing it now. Okay. I'm gonna give them that.
Yeah.
I was booking it.
Yeah, you were. Low lightning eggs left me in the dust. In the, well, not dust.
I was
but
checking back for.
I know, I'm busting you. I was back there filming. Alright. You guys have seen rain before, you know what it looks like. I think we're about to get the center of it.
I think it's really going to come out.
Oh, Moxie! That hit the spot. now it's starting to come down. As if it wasn't already. How's that Moxie treating you?
Oh yeah. I've been waiting for this for like 3 days now.
Right? Perfect complement to Moxie in a thunderstorm. That feels good on hot, tired feet. I've got blisters on my blisters! Ah! Alright, the sun's back out, and we managed to stay fairly dry in the shelter. Feet are a little wet, but we're going to head up back towards the little general store, drop off some more trash. We dropped some off when we were up there, and just the stuff that we ate, we're going to drop off that. But yeah, dropped a little bit of weight for sure. With the with the trash, and so we're getting back on the trail. Got about 6-7 miles to the next shelter, and we're hoping that the rain holds off till we get there. That'd be nice, but we'll check in with you a little bit when we're a little farther down the trail, a little closer to the shelter. That was a fun little rainstorm though. Running down the road in their ponchos. People were laughing at us. Look at these crazy loons. Well, we're back at the store. Second time in a row. Dropping a little more trash off. And yeah, nice to see some sun. And it looks like blue skies behind us, so hopefully that'll hold off for a little while. But yep, this little town has treated us well. Got shelter, some Moxie chips. The sun is out. And I see a white blaze. So we're heading up to the next mountain here. Pretty small mountain. It's like 2473. 2473. We're just looking at the map, and got a couple miles up, not too bad. We're planning on, it's only about 1.2 miles after the summit downhill to the shelter. So we're probably gonna hang out up on top for a bit and try to dry out some gear as long as this sun continues. Maybe charge up some devices, panel, and then head on down the hill. Probably while there's still a little light, because we've been getting into camp late every night. Be nice to have a little bit of light. Set up camp, so that's the plan. And so far, it's just been pretty easy hiking up this gravel road. Alright, so we got a puddle here. So I think I can make it. I'm gonna try jumping. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's a little bit big. Alrighty, well, we just stopped at a little stream and topped off water bottles, and then took off my shirt, washed that. Feels good. I got a nice cool wet shirt on, but it'll dry fast. We know we're gonna be up on the summit, which will be pretty windy. We'll be able to dry stuff off, but just get all the salt and sweat out of the shirt, and that feels good. Cleaned up the buff, kind of did a little sponge bath with the buff face and arms and legs, and so feeling all so fresh and so clean. And just got probably a mile or so, maybe even a little less now, to the summit. We're just gonna hang out there for a bit, try to dry some gear out, take the sleeping bag out. Felt a little clammy this morning, so I try to, it's a down bag, so want to get some air on that, some sun, and should be good to go. So we'll see you on the summit. Up to the summit. Almost to the top. Should be right up here. Almost there. Oh yeah. Nice little view back there. Yeah, a bit of sun. Spicy, sweet and spicy tuna. Love these packets. Really easy to eat out of. Some quick protein will pick me up. Alright folks, well, we got to the shelter, and it looks like we got it to ourselves tonight. So, nice little spot. Looks like there's even a little tent site maybe up in there, that way, but nice and bright. I kind of like when they're a little more open and you can actually see around a little bit. So that's a really nice spot though. Water's a little far. You gotta take, not too bad, but you pretty good hike down the hill to get to that. But yeah, so we're gonna settle in and relax and make some food. BK's trekking pole got stuck in a rock, and he went down on his side, but luckily he didn't hurt himself. But the trekking pole looks like this now. Yeah, it was funny. He was just reading in the trail register, and this year someone was saying, be careful, like the logs are slippery, and his friend that he was writing about said his friend stuck his pole in a rock as well, got stuck in it, bent, and he had a little diagram of what his pole looked like. Same exact thing happened. It's kind of comical. So, but anyways, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna start setting up and eat some food. Oh, it's time to take them off. It's gonna be glorious. Oh yeah. So I just finished setting up my sleeping area here in the shelter, and I've got a little bug net, and with a sill nylon floor, and a tack up there, some shock cord, my inflatable climate B2 static, or static B2. Is that thunder or a plane?
Plane.
Yeah, thought I heard thunder. Sleeping pad, inflatable, and my GS Max mini down sleeping bag, inflatable pillow, and just my aesthetic Mountain Hardwear puffy is kind of extra pillow. And then I've got, you know, my kind of cooking area where all my food and stuff set up over here. Fill up water, little garbage bag there, and then there's some more of my gear, camp shoes, poncho drying, get the Kumo up on the wall, and then we have socks and buff drying, and the gaiters, and this rain jacket drying, and BK's got the Lucy lantern going.
I think I'm gonna set up.
Yeah, and he's setting up the Ridge Runner in a ground setup. It's the first time we've done that, so it's gonna be kind of fun to see how it works.
I don't know how well it's gonna work.
Yeah, give it a shot, you know.
That's all it gets me for height.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a little bit more, but
Yeah. So I got some beef jerky, got some little sausage kind of things, some coffee, some refried beans that I dehydrated, just a can of them, and then some Fritos. I don't know, put on the top of that periodically and keep eating that. Then I have some tea. Also have some chocolate in there, Good and Plenty's. Yeah, we're gonna have a feast tonight. Last night at the last shelter here. Tomorrow we're hiking back, or to the terminus of the thru hike. So we will check back with you in a bit. Alrighty, so I rehydrated the refried beans. I added a bunch of pepper flakes, red pepper flakes in there too, so it's extra spicy. Fritos, just gonna crumble a few on the top here and there, and just eat them as I go. Now it's time to eat it. Oh, and we got some coffee going on. Morning, folks. Well, it's the morning of day 4, and we're going to be heading on to the terminus of this thru hike. So that was our last night in the shelter. Got some pretty good sleep. Woke up at 5 for a little bit, and then we just got up at 7. Got a couple more hours sleep, and we're going to try to be fairly efficient breaking down camp this morning, and have breakfast and hit the trail. And we got another, is it 12 miles today, Beak? I think it was around
a little over 12.
A little over 12. Yeah. It's not too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. And we got a lot of the what we're going through today is in a state park, so it's gonna be should be some pretty good trails, and we're looking at the map. Should be some pretty good views too. So, oh, I got a boil here, which I need to tend to. Yerba mate. Steamy camera. I'll check back in a little while. So this is the setup we came up with last night for the Ridge Runner. Originally he had just kind of laying on the floor, but
there wasn't enough really much clearance, because it's designed to be, as you're in it, you know, it sinks down below you, and then there was more headroom. So what we did was just suspend it with the shock cord, so it's about a foot or so off the floor, and once he gets in it, the back side here is kind of tilted up, but once he gets in it, it flattens right out. He has a lot more headroom, and he seemed to sleep pretty well in it last night.
Yeah, it was good.
So that was the first, setting up the Ridge Runner hammock in kind of a bug bivvy setup, and it worked pretty well. Very versatile piece of kit. I love that hammock. Kind of wish I brought mine, but I actually did all right in this little bug bivvy thing. It's only a little over 7 ounces, 7.5 ounces, or 7.75, under 8. Let's call it that. And the sleeping pad was great as well. Once I got used to the kind of the height of the bug net, at first I felt kind of a little tight in there, but I kind of got used to it after, you know, this third night. Alrighty, well, we got it all packed up and ready to hit the trail. Cleaned out the shelter, signed the register and all that, and yeah, we got a pretty easy day today, around 12 miles or so it won't be too bad. But we do have, I just checked the weather, possible severe thunderstorms, and we are going to be going over a few mountains, so we'll definitely have to keep an eye on the weather. Hopefully that doesn't give us an issue, but time to hit the trail. That was pretty cool. We were hiking down the road. I didn't catch it on camera because I was facing this direction, but we saw a little black thing run across the road. Couldn't really tell what it was at first. We were trying to guess what it was. We got a little farther down where it had crossed. We're looking around in the trees, and then we see there was a bear cub scoot up the tree, and then it made a sound. Like, ah! We're like, Mom! Like, okay, yeah, we're out of here. We were thinking maybe the mom had crossed the road already and they were following her, but we didn't stick around. I wasn't gonna try to film it or anything like that, because, you know, I didn't feel like getting mauled by an angry black bear. So almost to the next shelter. We're gonna stop, have a break, and hopefully charge up some devices, have some food, and then we're on towards the end. We're making pretty good time today too. A little better than I thought we were gonna do. So we've been hiking in this stretch here for quite a little while now, and it's mainly hardwoods. Went through a huge section of beech back there and ash, some birches. Now we're coming into some maples. The sun's coming out, so that's a good sign. But yeah, really pretty part of the trail. We should be rewarded with some views coming up here, I think, soon. There's a cairn up there. Alrighty, well, we just got to the shelter. And we're just taking a quick breather before we head up, finish the trail on the way to the summit. And hopefully we're probably gonna stop at some kind of lookout, and hopefully we get some good sun. Kind of keeps clouding up, and we're not sure. We're supposed to have possible thunderstorms today, so we got to get off the summit at a somewhat decent hour in case that moves in. But yep, just checking in, and we'll check in with you again up on the summit. Oh, we just did a bunch of incline. Got some really good elevation going on now. Coming up to one of the first lookouts. And this breeze feels amazing. We're carrying a lot of extra water. I got 2 of my Propel bottles full, and then about another liter in the ever new bag. So we didn't think we were gonna see much water up here, and we haven't, so I'm glad we got it. It's a little heavier on the back, but better to have it than not. Oh yeah, there we go. Starting to see some stuff here. Oh yeah. So standing here, and let's see if I zoom in here for you. That out there is where we came from on our first day. Quite the trek. Taking a little break. We were gonna go a little farther, but the clouds started moving in a little bit. Nothing, it's just fair weather stuff, but wanted to kind of take advantage of the sun while we can. So I'll get the solar panel over on the cariner there. Charging up the phone a bit. Just trying to get like another 5-10% at least. Eating some more tuna. That's all I have left for food in there. So definitely have enough to, could probably even get another night out of that if I had to. Garbage. And I'm glad we brought extra water up here. So we haven't seen any other than some really nasty looking stuff with algae growing in it and stuff. Taking a little break and then probably on to the summit. It's a nice little view through the trees there.
Almost there. Here goes old lightning legs. Wonky zoom. One of the last white blazes. This trail ends at a ski resort. It's like, are there any more white blazes? I feel lost without a white blaze. I think this is it, dude. This pole right here, probably. There it is, way in the background, where we came from.
Remember, 10.45 miles. Well, I guess you can't because you're filming.
That was what we did today.
That's how far I've come today.
Not bad. There's a lot of incline in that though, huh?
Dude. Oh, average 2.8, that's not bad.
Yeah, not for all the altitude gain.
Oh, well, lightning legs, yeah. Max speed was 7.3.
Oh, lightning legs. Well, we have make a call my wife, and then we got to hike down the trail now, down to the parking lot. There's a parking lot at the bottom of the ski resort. And yeah, go home, plan the next adventure. That feels good. That was quite the hike. I think we're at around 50 miles right now. I'll throw it up the screen when I figured adding it up at home and all that, because we did, you know, some spur trails and all that. But yeah, that was a good hike. 4 days. Been living off these things for the past 4 days. Well, we're headed down now. Got 2.1 miles to the parking lot, and I just called my wife, and she's got back from a bike ride, I guess, so she's gonna go and eat something real quick, and then it's about an hour drive here, so she's gonna head this way. So we decided we'll just head down to the parking lot, and then we have some food that we can cook up down there while we're waiting. And yeah, that was absolutely fantastic trip. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. Well, at least since last year. That's a long time to me, I guess. Since Bobby and I did a section of it in that video I was telling you about, that rain on a tin roof and miles of trail. So, it's been a personal goal of mine. It was one of the things that kind of kept me going through my hospital visit, and I definitely been wanting to do this, so real morale boost for me. So we're gonna head down in the parking lot, cook up some food. I got some chicken gumbo, or sausage gumbo I think it was. I dehydrated some soup,
And he's got some boar's head. What is it, salami or?
Salami and pepperoni.
Salami and pepperoni. I'm gonna have some of that. Cup of tea or coffee or something. And then wait for the ride. But appreciate everyone tagging along. It's been a lot of fun making this video, and you know, so we can have it for our memories, but also just a lot of fun sharing with you guys. Always love interacting with everyone and reading all your comments, so feel free to comment below. And as always, stay tuned for more adventures. Alrighty, so we are lounging by the parking lot, and my wife is about 10 minutes away now. I'm just eating a little bit of the last, BK had some boar's head pepperoni and some sausage here. So I'm just mowing on some of that, replacing some calories and waiting for a ride. Good way to end a trip.